Hello, friends. Happy Friday. We made it. And I'm so glad that you were able to make it to my live this evening. And if you happen to be watching later, I'm glad that you were able to hop on the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations. I'm also an independent designer with Chalk Couture. However, I won't be using any Chalk Couture products this evening. I have stumbled upon yet another stencil manufacturer, so I will be using a layered stencil from the Stencilsmith. They have some fantastic stencils, but I am an equal opportunity crafter, so we're going to be using a few different products this evening. Once you hop on, say hi in the comments. Tell me where you are watching from. I happen to be in central Kansas. It's nice and toasty, and while everyone in crafter land is thinking about Christmas in July, I just can't quite do that yet. It's 90 degrees here, so we're going to stick with the summer design tonight, and we'll be doing a 14-inch door round with a Hello Summer Flamingo. So again, say hi in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from. I see that Jason is watching from the other side of the door. I also want to let you know that I am streaming with an online platform called StreamYard, so I'm live in 3 locations this evening. I'm live on my Facebook business page, I'm live on my YouTube channel, and I'm also live in my private Facebook group, and words are hard this evening. I just need to slow down. I'm live also in my private Facebook group. And I tell you that in case you hear me refer to a comment that you don't see in your comment feed, that person may be viewing and commenting from a different platform. Also, if you're watching from my private Facebook group, if you wouldn't mind giving StreamYard permission to your profile name and pic, that way you show up under your name and profile pic in my comments. Otherwise, you'll just show up as Facebook user, and I don't know who to say hi to. I see that Ashley has joined. Welcome. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera and show you what we are working on this evening. It's going to be a little hard to see, but I have this 14-inch door round that I have pre-base coated. And let me tell you, if you have not base coated with a car wash sponge from the Dollar Tree, I've had this in my stash for a while. I've been meaning to try base coating with a car wash brush or car wash sponge, and I haven't. I normally base coat with one of these big wash brushes, but I decided to use the sponge this evening, and oh my goodness, my base coat, I have 2 coats on this, and it is super smooth. So run to the dollar store, get you some car wash sponges. They make for great base coating. So I have pre-base coated this. I'm going to add some faint gray lines, but this is going to be our, let me get, I don't know if this will help, kind of. This is going to be our stencil that we're using. So this is Hello Summer. It has a cute little sassy flamingo over here. Some, I believe those are monstera leaves. And then the layers come in with his beak, kind of his nose, his beak, and his glasses are on this little side piece here. So that is what we will be using. So I'm going to put this underneath. Right before I went live, I was working on painting or taping off some of the stripes that we're going to be putting on. So I just use my painter's tape, and I use this little piece as a spacer. So I'm just adding my last stripe to this round. Miss Ashley, have you seen any of the sneak peeks of the new Autumn Chalk Couture catalog? I've seen some sneak peeks, and oh my goodness, I'm going to be broke. So if anybody's wondering, the new catalog drops next Thursday, I believe, the 14th. Some really fun new products coming out. So I'm just, again, this is a Stencilsmith stencil. Their example had it just on a plain white base, but I kind of think I want to add some faint, Ashley says yes, glow-in-the-dark paste. And she is right. There will be glow-in-the-dark paste. I know there's been some designers that have hacked glow-in-the-dark paste by putting, there's glow-in-the-dark powder that they've put in, but I'm anxious to see how the real thing actually works. There's some really cool, Jason says, just in time for Halloween. Fancy how they have such good timing. So I'm just adding in, this is Slate Gray by Deco Art. You can use any gray acrylic paint. You could even use your chalk paste with this. You could use your Storm and your Bright White. I'm feeling this one may be clogged. But I'm trying to use up some really old paint. So I'm just going to mix these two together. I just want to lighten that gray. I want the stripes to be kind of subtle, noticeable but subtle. I may need to add a lot more white. There were some yummy Halloween transfers. I didn't see very many new. There are some, I guess, some new Christmas transfers, but there were also some transfers that are coming back. Some new surfaces. Okay. I think because I'm going to be messy, I'm going to bring in this piece of cardboard. Leaf cutouts, Ashley says, yep. There's going to be some new tiered tray components. You know what? I think I'm just going to use another piece of this sponge. Some new pumpkin cutout patterns. I don't know if it's the same cutouts and just different patterns. So I'm just using this sponge. I was just really impressed because it makes for a really smooth finish. I am going to turn it around and I'm going to go off of the side. I don't necessarily want to paint the side. And my stripes, I don't really want them perfect. If you can still see a little bit of the white, will be good. I'm trying to think what else was in there today. It's looking kind of streaky for some reason. I just don't know if I'm ready for fall and Christmas crafts yet. Like I said, I'm still over here trying to get some of my summer projects done. Let's put this over here. I did see there's some new designer entry-level packages that look really cool, but I'm not going to say anything about those yet till I have more details. But if you're ever looking to be a designer, now is the time to do that. If you're wanting to earn a little bit of income, I think your opportunity is coming. Ashley says, yeah, fall and Christmas will be here before we know it. I don't think I mixed up enough paint, but this one in the middle is really splotchy for some reason. Okay, let's let that dry. I always manage to get more on my fingers than I do anywhere else. Okay, let's dry that a little bit. Does anybody have any big weekend plans? You went to Kansas City for the night. Anything fun you're doing there? Or did you go there for softball? Okay. If you touch your paint and it still feels cool, that means it's still wet. But I think we're pretty good. So I'm going to put this away. I'm going to put this cardboard away. And then I think that's pretty good. So we'll peel off our tape. I tell you, painting with the sponge, I think it might be a game changer for me. I always, if I can, I reuse my tape. So I'm just going to put it to the side. We don't have any big plans. Just probably puttering around the house. I wanted to get so much done last weekend when we had a 3-day weekend, but I still did not feel well over the weekend. So whew, I did not get anything finished or started, for that matter. Okay, got all my tape off. I do have a few little ridges. I'm going to try to knock those down. Just very lightly sanding. Okay, that feels good. Wipe that down, and we are ready to stencil. So again, this is I believe it's a 10 millimeter mylar stencil from the Stencilsmith. And the cool thing is that it's made for, this one specifically is made for a round surface, and you can get different sizes. I think this one is the medium. So it fits, it's designed to fit perfectly on a 14-inch round. So which is what I have right here. So I'm just trying to line that stripe up with Summer, just to give me some reference. And I'm just going to tape it down a little bit, just in a few spots. And then I think we can get started. So I have some artist acrylics. These are not high quality artist acrylics, but they are still artist acrylics. And my black is here. So I'm going to do the words in black. My leaves are going to be in this grass green color, and then my flamingo is going to be, this one's called purple red, and this one is light magenta. So I need to find it didn't grab a palette. So let's use some paper towels. Okay. So then these are my shop towels. They're a little bit thicker. And they're going to be what I use to unload the paint. I'm just trying to get everything organized. Okay, so let's start with our words. I'm just going to dab a little bit of the black on this paper towel. And I have a 3/4 inch stencil brush. So if you haven't ever stenciled before, it's fairly easy, but light coats and offloading are key when you're stenciling. So I have gotten some paint in my brush, but don't go to your stencil with this amount of brush. You need to offload some of that and almost end up with, you're almost dry brushing. So then you can go to your stencil and you can add your paint. Your light offloading and light coats are the key to stenciling. Trust me, I've learned that the hard way. You don't want to glob your paint on because that's when you're going to bleed underneath your stencil. And I'm using a swirling motion, or you can stipple, which is just a basic up and down. And I like to swirl unless, like, there's where this L swoops down. It didn't get all the way in there, so you can kind of stipple gently in there to get into some of the corners if you need to. I'm going to pick up a little bit more paint. I'm going to offload it over here. I'm going to use so I can get it off. Some of this paint from earlier, or this tape from earlier, and I'm just going to gently lay it over those leaves so I don't stencil into those leaves. I'm going to pick up some more paint. Again, I'm just covering the areas. I can't see that one. So I'm going to add a little bit more black paint. And try to go back over this M because I didn't have a lot of paint on my brush. embossed bristle. Okay, I'm going to take a quick peek. See what we got going on. Now, I'm not going to remove my stencil. I'm going to keep these tape hinges up here. But I just want to take a quick peek. See how we're doing. Hello, summer. Just trying to get into some of these corners that I missed. Looks very pretty. Okay, so I think we're done with that. So I'm going to fold up my paper towel over here. We'll start, I think we'll do the green next. Jason says that looks good so far. Yep, you could stop right here and just use the Hello Summer and add anything else that you would like. But I'm going to keep adding the flamingo. You know, don't be afraid to mix and match your stencils. I think if I want, I don't know if I have a bigger brush. I want to save that big brush for a flamingo. It's a little bigger. Okay, so I'm just going to use the green grass. Do the same thing. I'm going to do a little bit of offloading over here. And we'll probably have to do more than one coat because this green is quite translucent, so I can see my stripes through the paint. Just trying to get into some of those corners. Stenciling is quite the workout. A little bit more. And don't let me forget about that leaf. There's a leaf right over there. So I'll probably forget. And the nice thing about stenciling is you're using such little paint that by the time I'm done with all of the leaves, this paint over here will be dry. And I can just immediately go back over and add more layers of paint. Let's see. I'm going to put that piece there. And I'm going to put that piece there. And we'll do this leaf. taking a quick peek. Looks good. The green pops. Let's see here. Yeah, peel it back a little bit. Yep. Okay, so let's keep going. I think we definitely need more green. Ooh. Last leaf over here. I do know, I think I went over just a little bit there. So I'm going to snag a Q-tip. And I'm just going to spray a little bit of water on my table. And I'm just going to get a little bit of water on this Q-tip. I'm going to wipe that green. And I see another spot right there too. Okie doke. I still might go back in and add a third coat to the green eventually. Just trying to get, I have a few brush stroke or what are they called? Paint bristles that are stuck in my paint. Okie doke. I think we'll move on to the flamingo, going pretty fast. And I think we'll do the dark pink on the body. And then there's a little bit of its nose before you get to the beak. And I think we'll do that in the lighter pink. I know sometimes you can do it in like a yellow or an orange. I've seen it also just pink. So I need a tape. Let's tape it down here. Hopefully that should be close to dry. We'll tape right here. And then we'll get right there. Get right there, and that should be good. Okay, so let's do our pink. So I've got my largest 7/8 brush here because I have a lot of area to cover. I'm just trying to get my paint into the brush, but then I want to offload as much as I can. You can always add paint, but if you put too much on to begin with, you'll have a big mess. paint bristles. My brush is shedding. Well, picking out those bristles gave my paint a chance to dry, so let's go back in with some more pink or light magenta. I think I need to let that dry a little bit. Okay, let's give that a good dry. Okay, let's get some more paint. I probably should have gone in first with some white to cover up my stripes, but next time I'll know, because this is going to be a striped flamingo, but actually it might add some whimsy to it. Let's try that again. He's going to look like the Cheshire cat flamingo. I swear, my bristles coming out everywhere. Golly. Okay, let's take a quick peek. Don't look too bad. Actually, I don't mind the stripes. It makes him, gives him a little bit of character. But if you don't like the striping, even on the leaves, then it would be a good idea for you to go in with some white first. and do a stenciled base coat of white, and that might help neutralize some of those stripes. I think we might do one more coat of pink. Try and get some of these bristles gone. And I'm going to stipple just because I can sometimes get a better coverage that way, especially with this larger area. And I may have less bristle loss that way. I'm struggling with losing bristles this evening. Let's peel off all the tape. Let's get peel that back and see what we think. Actually, I'm just going to take it off because it should be easy to line up. Here's what we have. Cute little Hello Summer. I do really like the gray stripes. I'm glad I decided to do that. Jason says that looks amazing, and he also loves the stripes. Okay, so you'll notice that when you use a stencil, especially in the word hello, you can see where the bridges of the stencil were, and those help keep the inside pieces together. You can certainly fill those in with a detail brush, but I kind of like the look of the bridges. That's completely personal preference. If you so choose, you can certainly paint them in with a detail brush. But I guess we're not done. I forgot I need to speak. Silly. Let's do a speak really fast, but I don't need that other stencil. I'll just use this one. So on this one, you just basically line up that piece of the stencil. And I won't need much paint. Let's get okay, so I just have a smaller brush here. Again, load your brush and then offload. Get a little bit more. And if you didn't have a small stencil brush, you could also use like a makeup sponge for some of these smaller areas. It's perfect. Okay, and then I just need a tiny bit of black. Basically just lining it up. You might overlap it just a skosh. That way you don't end up with any little gaps between the elements. Probably had a little bit too much paint, but it's a little crooked. Okay, now just need to decide how his glasses go. I need to look at a picture. Bear with me. Not quite for sure where those go. See, I had them in totally the wrong spot. They have them like right. Oh, so that would go like on the bridge. Ah, that makes sense. Okay. So they gave him black sunglasses. I brought out some silver, but I'm not for sure that it will cover. Let's just do black. I bet. I got it. So if I would have lined the nose up correctly, I could have just gone in and stenciled the glasses as well. And actually, I could kind of correct my mistake. Okay, so let's do his glasses. Okay, let's see what that looks like. He's one cool dude. Okay, let's clean that up. Try to get it off my. That's not coming off. So now let's move to the bow. Oops. So what I will do off camera later is I will just punch 2 holes up here, and I will put my twine through there. And I may even add a couple, like a pink, a black, and a green bead onto the twine. And then I'll probably put the beads over here, and I'll probably have the bow over here. Maybe. It probably doesn't really need a bow, but okay, so I have this pink polka dot. I have a green gingham. I have pink leopard. I have a neutral burlap, and then we may finally find a reason to use this like boa stuff. We'll see. I'll get my scissors. Put my little tie string in. Let's get a ruler. Okay. Let's just put that in the sponge right there. Perfect. So I'm going to do 10 inches. I can always cut stuff off. I think that's going to probably be too big, but and I'm going to do 3 strands of each. And you'll notice I tried it. I haven't done it for a while, but I try to unspool all of my ribbon and put it onto cardboard flat spools because it takes up a lot less space. So let's do this. Jason says he absolutely loves it. It has a few imperfections, but it's still super cute. I won't tell if you won't tell. Plus it's handmade. Slight imperfections occur. But I'm also my own worst critic. Okay. Okie doke. Let's put that away. I think I'll put the green. In anticipation of hopefully being able to use this, I think, well, I guess it doesn't really matter because we'll be mixing and matching. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just, I'm going to roughly find the center and pinch it, and then I'll stick it in my Bodabra. This is just kind of my third hand. Probably should only use 2 of those. I think I'll only use 2 of those, but we'll use 3 of the rest. So I'm just going to alternate these. And try to make them go different directions. And I'm not even going to stay in order. Yeah, I did end up with green on top, but that's okay. And I think we'll add that after I get the main bow put on or put together, because this is going to be a lot to tie. I have this thing, but I've never... I don't know if that works. Just trying to smash everything down. Let's try to see if I can smash all that down. I'm just going to tie as tight of a knot as I can without breaking my twine. Try to smash it down. I'll do some shaping and some trimming, and then we'll add the fancy fur stuff. So you can just kind of pull and tug. And let's trim this side. I trim at an angle. I'm not a big dovetail fan, but that's, again, personal preference. And I try to make the top ribbons shorter than the bottom ones. That just adds a little bit of definition. And then I angle mine toward the middle. So this side I'll angle this way. This side I'll angle up that way. Okay, so let's work on this side. So let's just trying to equally distribute the colors. Still just kind of fluffing it out. Okay, let's throw away our scraps. And then let's see if we can finally use this fun stuff. I've tried so many times to use this, and it just doesn't work. Oh boy. Looks like a flamingo got assaulted. Let's put that there. I think that'll work. And I'm just going to knot these little twine pieces and let them kind of free fall. Okay. It's cute. And you can just keep shaping the bow. Whew. Okie doke. This is kind of what we're left with. So I think it'll look perfect right there. Let me see if I can show you from the front. So this is kind of what she'll look like. There you go. Well, hello, whoops. There. Well, hello, summer. So I will probably have this available in my Etsy shop over the next couple of days. Like I said, I'll probably add some painted beads on, this side. I'll add a twine hanger, and she will be ready to head to somebody's door to finish out the summer. Jason says, wow, she turned out cute. I have linked the stencil in the description of the video. It is not an affiliate link. I just thought I would share where I found it. Don't forget to give some hearts. Hit that thumbs up button. If you have any friends that like to make signs, tag them, share the video, all that fun stuff. Be on the lookout on my Facebook page for some sneak peeks of the new catalog for Chalkateur that launches next Thursday. I hope to be live again tomorrow. I still have to figure out what I'm going to do. But I hope to be live again at about 10:30. So I will post that and I will let you know. But thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight. And if you happen to be watching later, thanks for hanging out on the replay. I truly appreciate your support, and I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.